Now let's get into the 5th video in my Inktober 2025 journey, and today's video consists of 4 prompts, which is day 13 drink, day 14 trunk, day 15 ragged, and day 16 blunder. Now these prompts are all combined into this one illustration. Now, day 13 drink, this prompt led me down the path to a serial killer named Richard Chase, and this guy is one seriously fucked up dude, and that's just sugarcoating it. He was an American serial killer, cannibal, and necrophile who had killed 6 people in Sacramento, California, and was active between 1977 and 1978. He was also labeled the Vampire of Sacramento because he drank his victims' blood and ate their remains. He had delusions, schizophrenia, and rage issues. He would claim that he was dying from something and go to emergency wards in the hospital while on drugs, and also accused his sister of controlling his mind. He was known for saying the strangest things. He would also purchase rabbits and eat them raw. He was also in and out of mental institutions. He would kill and eat dogs and cats and drink the blood he collected in a cup he would place under the gunshot wound he inflicted. His first human victim was Ambrose Griffin, a 51-year-old man who was helping his wife taking the groceries into his home. Richard drove past and shot him on the 29th of December 1977. The second murder was in January of 1978 of Teresa Wallen, who was 3 months pregnant at the time. He shot her, had sex with her corpse while stabbing her with a knife. He removed organs from her body. He also moved some organs around in her body and stuffed dog shit down her throat, all while drinking her blood. The third time he murdered was the Muroth family and a family friend. 38-year-old Evelyn Muroth was murdered alongside her 6-year-old son Jason and 22-month-old nephew David. Dan Meredith was also in the home, and Richard shot him in the head. Richard then went on to mutilate Evelyn's body with a knife and had sex with her corpse. He fled the home in Evelyn's car with the dead body of the 22-month-old baby. He took it back to his home, decapitated it, and ate some of the brain. He was finally caught, and police found that his whole apartment, including the walls, floors, ceiling, fridge, and utensils were all covered in blood. They found dog collars and rotting organs from animals and human as well. He was sentenced to death, but in December of 1980, he was found dead in his jail cell from an overdose of Seroquel, which is an antidepressant. He was 30 years old. Now, day 14 trunk, well, the first thoughts that I had for this particular prompt was that this is how a lot or some serial killers do transport their victims, which is in the trunks of cars. Well, boots of cars, as we call them here in Australia. Heaps of killers use this method when they need to move the body. In my illustration today, I drew a car from behind with someone in the boot or trunk to represent that. Now, day 15 ragged, and this prompt naturally led me down the path to how victims come off looking after they have encountered the killers. They are usually torn up, their clothes and the person themselves are ragged, sometimes not eating, sleeping or showering because they are kept in basements, sheds, or they're chained up in awkward positions, and they are tied up and silenced. Now, day 16 blunder, and we all know that serial killers or killers in general get themselves caught because of the blunders that they do, which lead to their capture. Some of the dumbest thing that killers have done to get themselves caught is things such as putting body parts down the drain and they get blocked, like in the Dennis Nielsen case I mentioned a few videos ago. Now, some take drugs and make mistakes because they aren't thinking straight, and some don't finish off the murders and leave people alive that have identified them as the killer. Now, they also leave fingerprints and DNA at the crime scenes, such as their hair, skin, blood, and semen if they are a bloke. Now, in my illustration, I actually portray DNA leaving or leaving evidence with the monster that's sucking the blood from the person in the boot has got his hands on the side of the car. So when the police come and they, do a fingerprint dust, they're gonna see the fingerprints from that particular person. So that's how I portrayed that in the illustration, the Blunder prompt. Now, the illustration that I did do was a little bit of a challenging one because I don't usually draw a lot of cars, but I did splash a bit of colour on this one just to make certain things come out and pop, and yeah, it's just this creature that is just sucking the blood out of this person via their belly button that is tied up in the boot of the car. And yeah, he's leaving his fingerprints on the side of the car. He's not realizing he's grabbed the side of the car, and he's going to be leaving that DNA on there. And the person in the car has some ragged clothes because they've obviously been through some crap with this killer. Like, their clothes are torn, their hair's messy, and it's hanging out of the car a bit, and they've got no shoes on. They've just got a sock hanging on the one leg that's come out of the boot. And yeah, that's pretty much just all the prompts in that illustration today. But anyway, that is it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, subscribe, dislike it. I couldn't give two shits what you do. And hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Bye.